Warning, the following video might contain some elements that may be too scary for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Real Action Toys was a small, little-known toy company located in Fukushima, Japan. It was only in business for 2 months before getting shut down by the police. This is a category of the 10 toys that were released. They were best known for their high-techness, quality, and attention to detail. They made a single Pokemon figure and lots of Mario figures. The toys were only sold in their native country and caused injury and death. The company disbanded in May 2006. Mario. The Mario action figure was a rather terrible idea. The entire body was made out of bouncy rubber, except the head. The head was made of steel. This caused younger children to neither throw it or bounce it, causing it to fall onto their head. That was hollow, however, and only caused slight blood loss and bruises. Luigi. The Luigi figure was virtually identical to the Mario figure, save for a few features. Luigi had real clonable hair, and the fists were metal. The head was also made of rubber, though the inside was made of steel. As this steel was not hollow, it was difficult to detach until under force. Children would throw it at each other, bounce it, and throw it. The results were mildly more fatal than the Mario figure, but none caused death or serious injury. Fireflower Mario. Fireflower Mario was made out of plastic mold. The body was hollow, and if you pressed the safety switch, small balls would fly out of his hands, 3 at a time. The balls were painted red and glow in the dark. They seemed harmless enough until the balls opened. Inside was battery fluid. Children would go blind due to it, be burned, and sometimes poisoned. Few people died from it. Pikachu. Pikachu was possibly the safest of the toys. It was the only Pokemon toy. Also, Pikachu was a candy dispenser. It worked similar to Pez, except it was larger and you could not buy refills. It was also a joke toy. When the safety switch was went on, it would give out small jolts of electricity and vibrate when pressing the button to get candy. Only infants could be hurt by it. And one girl actually brought it in the bath with her. She had shock marks on her body, but was not badly injured. Koopa. Bowser. Koopa was rather dangerous. It was a plastic mold. The teeth and spikes were made of nails. When the safety switch was set on, it would work like a lighter and a fan. The mouth would light up with fire until the fluid ran out. You could replace it with any kind of lighter fluid, but was guaranteed to stay lit for more than a year. Parents were cautious on the box about this toy, and very few were brought. Those who did neither want to touch the switch or get burned. Some fans caught fire, but only 3 houses were burned. Koopa Jr. Bowser Jr. Koopa Jr. could be considered on par with his father, possibly higher. Koopa Jr.'s spikes were plastic. The box did not caution parents to the fire that the safety switch causes, but said fire-spitting action. Parents believed it to be plastic fireballs or even plush ones. This was not the case. When the safety switch was on, nothing happened. However, 8 seconds later, the lighter fluid would act and a small fireball was spit out. Children would inspect it and get injured and burned. More than 30 houses burned down. The random nature of it would do this, as after the 8 seconds, it would randomly shoot fire. Princess Peach. Princess Peach was of lower danger than the others. She was a plush doll that was to appeal to girls. It had real hair, 2 outfits, which were virtually the same, and an umbrella that spun like a top. The umbrella spun like a Beyblade did, by hooking it to a small machine and pull in a string. The result was that Peach's outfits were extremely flammable. Few people were hurt by this, but when combined with Koopa Jr., Peach is very deadly. Boss Pakun. P. Piranha. Boss Pakun was mildly deadly. It was flammable and had teeth made of rusted nails. Its leaves were thought to be made of poison ivy, but this is unknown. Boss Pakun could cause slight irritation to skin, itchiness, and would explode if hit it too high. One house set to fire, and plenty of kids were irritated. Yoshi. Yoshi was mildly deadly. Yoshi's tongue stretched an amazing 8 feet. The end was sticky and it was retractable. Occasionally, the tongue caught something and it would be so heavy, the tongue would be swung back and hit the child. It caused one death and various injuries to those whom stuck their hands in its mouth. Noko Noko Koopa Troopa, aka Death Machine, was the most deadly. It was made of metal and plastic. By pushing its head, arms, and legs in, it was spin around until the safety switches turned off. Its shell was removable, but sometimes clamp children's hands. Another shell was released. It was the invisible rainbow shell. When placed on and the safety switch was pressed, it would spin extremely fast, causes seizures, and it had rusted nails that shot out of the sides. The bottom was made of rubber and bounced every few seconds. It shoot fireballs every 8 seconds. The toy caused various seizures, suffocation. The shell was sometimes put over the mouth of an infant's lip alone with toy, fires, and bleeding. Aftermath. The company was spending when the toy designer and maker Toshi Taijiro was sent to prison. The other faculty was given a warning. After 6 years in prison and only 1 year left to go, Toshiro escaped. He had not been heard from, but recently the maid Falter went missing. Last Christmas, a few of the original toys were found in fireplaces on Christmas morning. No fingerprints had been found. The toys were recalled and thrown away. Others had to burn the toys or bury them, as there were problems avoiding select toys when in a garbage truck. A story was published on Yahoo News, who was deleted from the archives in 2010. Other toys. The web was now defunct. Had shown 5 extra toys for Wave 2. Donkey Kong's feature was unknown. As well, Mario and Luigi flashed rapidly and caused seizures. King Teresa, King Boo, was a mega bouncy ball made from rubber and springs. The crown was bronze and iron. Covers was also shown to function like a vacuum cleaner. A killer bullet bill was also in the picture, but no function was given, nor was it made known it would be a toy. Another was given with Ganon, Link, Zelda, and Epona. Flying 3 forms of Kirby were given along with King Dedede, Escargoon, and Meta Knight. Others featured Sonic characters. Kirby was pre-ordered at a Toys R Us when the company shut down. The Kirby toys were sent to the houses whom did so. So that was Real Action Toys, a Nintendo Creepypasta. Final thoughts on it. It's quite an interesting Creepypasta, and since I just first heard about this story back in like 2012, and I was like, someday I might gonna read this pasta myself for this. And here we are, and it's a pretty good one to read, and especially on how deadly these toys are. Like come on, like this is like one of those it's like if these toys are real, it is gonna cause like so much controversy on all those bad stuff is going on with these toys, And also, funny thing that Real Action Toys in short stands for RAT, because there are a bunch of rats for designing these toys to be, according to the story, high techness, quality, and attention to detail. Like, yeah, but at least the Peach and Pikachu one are kind of the safest toys, but the rest of them, yeah, that's bad, really, really bad. So, yeah, pretty much a classic creepypasta, but I can understand why is it a troll puzzle, because it's kind of it's kind of a bit cheesy and quite bad, but it's a pretty good one, and a sort of a classic. So yeah. Well, hope you have a pretty good day, guys, and see you for another video like next week. So bye bye. And do you want fun? Because the Wario toy wasn't in this freaking creepypasta. Whoopie doo.